Every one of you watching this screen, look out. Because soon, very soon, the most horrifying monster menace ever conceived will be oozing into this theater.
The transformation of woman to beast occurring once every month.
Potential murder suspect.
Steve, tell us what happened.
Well, I'm trying to tell you. Now, this thing had killed the doc.
What was it?
Similar to the werewolf, a PMSing woman becomes a dog-like creature capable only of eating, sleeping, barking, annoying the neighbors, and leaving messes that she expects you to clean up.
PMS is really just an excuse for women to be bitchy.
Why do they call it PMS?
Psychotic mood shift.
Mad cow disease was already taken.
The videos just shown are a stereotyped comedic representation of PMS. This is how our society and our culture tend to portray it. This exaggerated version that most people are aware of has a polarizing effect. Many use it as an excuse to discredit the actions of women at that time of the month, while others deny its existence as anything more than socially created. PMS is a real issue, one that's widely misunderstood and stigmatized by people from both sides of the argument. It's time that someone shines a light on the subject. PMS is short for premenstrual syndrome. The causes of PMS are still largely unknown, but research is beginning to point to female hormones like estrogen, prolactin, and progesterone playing a key role. Up until recently, the symptoms and causes of this condition were misunderstood, and PMS is still stigmatized because of the misinformation surrounding it. We conducted an interview with a woman who has a severe form of PMS and preferred to remain anonymous.
In some ways, it's embarrassing to have, I guess you might call it a condition that nobody really seems to understand and some people don't even believe exists. It has a lot of social stigma attached to it too, a lot of misconceptions. Maybe the most common misconception is that the symptoms of PMS occur during menstruation. When in actual fact, the most severe forms of PMDD actually occur not during the time of menstruation, but before menstruation, and they actually resolve once menstruation has started.
Estimates vary wildly on how many women experience PMS, but one study found that 85% of women reported having at least one symptom.
I feel as though I can't cope easily with day-to-day issues. I have more fatigue. I also feel quite, I suppose the word might be depressed. I cry when I don't even know why I'm crying. And it's very frustrating because it's completely illogical.
Backaches, bloating, breast soreness, changes in appetite, constipation or diarrhea, difficulty falling asleep, dizziness, headaches or migraines, hot flashes, joint pain and swelling, lack of energy, nausea, skin problems like acne or itching, temporary weight gain, anger, feeling sad, lonely, or overwhelmed, irritability, mood swings, nervousness, confusion, difficulty concentrating, and forgetfulness. Women with pre-existing health conditions like allergies, mental illness, or who are prone to seizures may experience a worsening of their symptoms during PMS as a result of hormonal changes taking place. Symptoms typically start between 14 to 7 days before the period. Once the period has started, symptoms will usually begin to clear up and disappear within a few days.
I actually think that having a pretty serious case of PMS or perhaps even PMDD has affected my life substantially, particularly in my younger years, because at first I didn't understand what was happening, and even after I understood, it was difficult to cope with. Really, it feels as though it's affected half my life.
Please note that many women who experience PMS do not experience mood changes, and in the vast majority of cases, the symptoms won't be severe enough to affect a woman's relationship at work, school, or home.
It was during university that I realized that my emotional outlook was tied to the day of the month. I think the thing that clued me in was that month after month, these symptoms would show up on practically the same day of my menstrual cycle.
3 to 8% of women suffer from PMDD. PMDD stands for premenstrual dysphoric disorder and is characterized by emotional changes that are severe enough to negatively impact the lives of women affected by it. Depressed mood, anxiety or tension, marked increase in irritability and interpersonal conflicts, difficulty concentrating, insomnia, feeling overwhelmed, physical symptoms like headache, muscle pain, or weight gain. I'm Charly, and I am one of the filmmakers with the documentary on PMS. My job in this film, well, is just to get in contact with a doctor so we are able to get some information and some relevant information on PMS. And it's been kind of frustrating because we've got in contact with about 8 doctors, a lot of which were either on vacation or didn't have time to speak with us or weren't comfortable talking with us about it or didn't have much information on the topic. Some of them just did not get back in touch with us. Both PMS and PMDD can be treated by exercise and a healthy diet, as well as taking B vitamins and reducing salt, alcohol, and caffeine. Taking Tylenol or Advil is also an effective treatment for many symptoms like cramps, headaches, and backaches. Taking oral birth control can be effective at treating the symptoms of PMS and PMDD. Women with PMDD may also take antidepressants, hormone therapy, or anti-anxiety medication.
At first, I don't think I really managed it at all, except by just biding my time. I would actually just sort of fold in on myself and wait for it to be over, because I knew it would be over. I ended up taking the pill, which evened out some of the hormonal swings, and antidepressant actually helped a lot.
There are a lot of misconceptions surrounding PMS and PMDD. This information is intended to illuminate the issues by highlighting negative stereotypes, as well as providing real facts on the subject. Doctors can be sought out for clinical diagnosis, and for the best resources, can be accessed for free online.
Hi, I'm Faye. I decided to do the PMS documentary. I found that I had a cultural ignorance of what PMS actually was. People in this culture don't tell you these sort of things.
I'm Clara. I wanted to do this documentary because I feel like people are really misinformed about PMS.
I'm Colin, and I wanted to do this documentary because I wanted to learn more about PMS.
Hi, my name is Charly, and I'm in the group for PMS. I think PMS is a topic that really isn't discussed much, and a lot of people avoid the topic, so I really wanted to get people educated on the topic and shine a light on it.
I'm Ethan, and I wanted to do this documentary because being part of a largely female peer group, I wanted to know more about my friends.
Hi, I'm Michel. I joined PMS because I thought it was a real misunderstood topic, and vaginas are cool.